Welcome to Modern Art Blitz. I'm your host, Matt Gleason. Today we've got three amazing artists later in the show, Nzuji and Lena. But first, Rafael Cardenas.
Hi,
Rafael, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for being here. We're already floating in your art. And what happened? Time's flying by here. Hey, so tell us what we're looking at.
This is a photo of a woman I came across over in City Terrace Hills, and she was out there working with her cactus, and I just asked if I can take a portrait of her, and she said yes. They call me the lady of the nopales, la señora de los nopales, up in the hills, and that was it. I took a picture of her, and really, I think I put this in my book too. This photo's in my book. I have a book called Más Acá, which is closer here. It's about things that are closer to home, to where I grew up. And
where'd you grow up?
East LA, Boyle Heights.
Boyle Heights,
yeah,
really?
East LA, yeah.
So what street?
I grew up outside of Boyle Heights, a few streets over on Rowan.
Rowan?
But back in the days, it was all.
Yeah, it was all.
Now it's very divisive. But
so where's technically Rowan?
I grew up on
now?
Rowan, up the hill from Cesar Chavez.
Oh, okay. So what is that now? Is that Lincoln Heights or
East LA.
Just straight East LA? No
East
Boyle
Los
Heights,
Angeles,
no
unincorporated.
Unincorporated, no city involvement.
No city involvement.
That's a little safer,
Sometimes, yeah.
Is it? And it's the sheriff's, not LA.
It's sheriff's,
right?
yeah.
So that's actually.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Sometimes, yeah.
That can help out a lot. So, what year is this? Was this photo?
This photo is, I think, 2013.
Okay. You obviously the book, but are you making editions of photos too?
I've made a few. I need to do a few more of those, and but the book was only an edition of 100, so it's a small set.
Oh, so you did the book as an edition?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because it's a really expensive book, and it was the only way that I could get it printed, self-published. So I did.
Was it printed in Hong Kong?
No, I printed it here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You did everything here?
Well, I was through Blurb.
Ooh. Oh, Blurb.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever tried CreateSpace?
No.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Your next book's going to be on CreateSpace.
Love it.
Uh-oh, is my microphone a miss?
What's going on with the batteries?
Oh, geez. Let's just we're going to have a whole new microphone here. Do you want to start from the top?
That's up to you.
Was I out the whole show?
You just went out.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll just start. That's fine. I can always edit it. Am I on? I'm on. Hey, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Jeez. Live TV being what it is.
Practice.
So you self-publish this on Blurb?
Yeah.
And so, and only an edition of 100?
100, yeah.
Do you sign it, have certificate of authenticity?
No, just signed and numbered, yeah.
Signed, numbered?
Yeah.
And where do you sell them online, or?
I sold most of them beforehand through Kickstarter. That's what I was able to do.
Brilliant. Okay.
And then I sold some of them after, and I have 5 left. So that was it. Yeah.
Grab them now. Grab them now. Okay. So what are we looking at here?
This is let's see if there you go. This is a picture of my niece and, two nieces, as this was during a Thanksgiving day at my mom's house. We were all visiting. And I noticed that she was putting on her lipstick with all the younger girls behind her just watching and trying to learn.
Everybody
so
learns.
This one is called Mira Prima, as there was more girls behind her, but you can only see one, but they're all, and she was the only one that was old enough to put it on.
A little more intimate, yeah.
Yeah, so the rest of them
So they all took lessons.
Yeah.
Capture an intimate moment. So do you only focus on the local?
You know what happened is I just picked up the camera. I mean, I've been taking pictures my whole life, but I decided to start shooting on a daily basis. So the only way that I could do that was to just shoot where I was at whenever, at any moment. I didn't plan anything out. I just carried the camera with me. Like this, I was walking down Cesar Chavez and I saw these kids. I asked them if I could take a photo of them. They said, yeah, if you give us $5. So gave them $5, and I was still trying to adjust to the settings of the sun and everything. And they were like, that's enough. I said, no, I still haven't got it. And then I said, hold on, let me just get a few more. They said, well, if you buy us a pizza. So I said, okay. There was a Little Caesars there, so it cost me $10 to get this photo.
Okay. Little Caesars is a lot different than some of the trendier pizza places now. So, we're having a microphone day here. Is it still on? Is the green light still on? Okay. Hey, we're having a microphone episode here. Hey, so every photographer loves to talk about it. What kind of camera do you use?
I use a Canon 5D Mark II.
Oh yeah.
That's been my baby for most of the time, but I've also shot with a Nikon. I forgot what number, but that was a good camera. And I started with a Canon 10D
Okay. All digital.
Yeah, and it's all digital. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I used to shoot film, but when I was shooting film, I couldn't afford to shoot every day. So when I got the digital,
on top of paying for pizzas.
Yeah. So when I got the first digital pro level camera, I just started shooting every single day as much as I could, and that's what built the hype around my work, because I was posting every day, something new, and kind of created a following, and then I was able to gather enough photos to make a book.
So do you post? Is Instagram the?
Yeah, this was before Instagram, but now I just have an Instagram, and but I don't shoot every day anymore. This was like I did a 365 day.
Okay. Do you just go out like certain days of the week? Like today's going to be a photo day, like?
No, now it's different. Now I'm like trying to do different. I'm trying to do more studio shots, and I'm trying to do more. I don't know. I'm just trying to do some different work now because I'm not out in the streets as much as I used to when I started to do this.
Okay. So are you doing anything in like a studio setting or anything?
Yeah, I'm still trying to develop that.
Okay. Okay. Develop a studio practice. Tell us what we're looking at here. There we are.
This is a quinceañera. She was reaching down to tie her shoe, and all her
all her stuff was in the way.
No, and the women around her were like helping her get ready, but then she just reached down, and I liked the way that she kind of like came into the dress, so it created the ruffle cloud, like she's on a little cloud there.
Now, is it hard to explain like that you're a fine art photographer and not like you don't do weddings, like that sort of thing? Like you tell somebody you're a photographer and they go, "Oh, do you do weddings?"
I don't do weddings. No? I don't do quinceañeras. This was I shot this one because there was, before I had my own camera, the father of that young girl used to loan me his camera. So he would loan me his camera all the time to go out and shoot.
Okay.
And so when he asked me to shoot his daughter's quinceañera,
okay, that's yeah. But you still were able to get some sweet shots that could go.
Yeah.
Okay. Why black and white?
Well, at the beginning for me it was easier to just remove the color from it, because the color, since I consider myself a new, photographer, the color is another level of composition and work that I wasn't ready to start to play with. So in the beginning, I would remove all the color, and then I just had to worry about composition and subject.
Okay, and you've got those down. So
that helped.
So are you? Is there like a date on the calendar? I'm going to start doing color.
No, yeah, I would do like after that. I would do like 2 months of all color.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So it's like dipping your toe into the water.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's see what else we got here. Do we have more images here? Okay.
This is just a portrait of. This one's called Sisters from Different Misters. That's my daughter and her little sister from a different mister, and it's just portrait. Shows the home. It shows kind of like what East LA living was like.
So most of the images shown involve women. Is that are you interested? Is it random that you pick these?
I think it's random.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be something else in there that's not women. I don't know. Let's see. Go to the next image.
What's the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, those punks with the haircut.
Yeah.
It's like even the guy, you got to spend that much time
yeah.
in the salon. Let me tell you. Okay, so what's going on here?
I was walking through the neighborhood, and I bumped into. Well, these kids were out there, and they actually said, "Hey, we'll be your model." And I said, "Do you mind if I get a few photos here?" Like, no.
They didn't realize they could have gotten a pizza for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Jeez.
So I snapped a few photos of them, and one of the interesting things about this photo, which is the little kid with his hand to his mouth, he was later killed by the police.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then the parents of this kid reached out to me when they found out that I had this image. And I went over to this house and I gave them a print of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Framed print.
That's very powerful.
I had no idea who any of these kids were until that happened.
It was just totally just random.
Yeah,
just kids in the neighborhood, nobody pays attention. What? And this is Boyle Heights?
Yeah, that was in Boyle Heights.
Okay. And you still live in Boyle Heights?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, and how are things in Boyle Heights compared to especially to like when you were growing up?
It's nice. It's times are changing everywhere. So, it's
it just seems there's less like in the 80s it was like the drive-bys. People, and you tell someone you're from LA, like if I'm in New York, people, oh, what do you do about drive-bys? It's like, it's not really a problem since like 87, I think,
Yeah, well, ours went into the 90s in East LA, so I mean the 90s also had a lot of drive-bys, but There was a time in the neighborhood where you would see drive-bys and walk-bys and everything. I mean, they didn't need a car. On bikes.
It seems to have mellowed out.
But that stuff is, they're all still there, but I think it's a lot more underground.
Underground.
Yeah, stuff's moving still, but I don't see it, but the writing's on the wall, like they say.
And if it's none of your business, don't pay attention. Okay, what are we looking at here?
This is a photo from a high school football game. The Garfield Roosevelt game is the highest attended football game west of Mississippi. So it's like 20,000 people packed this stadium at East LA College to watch this rivalry once a year, and it's a big trophy to take home. So this is a shot. I've been lucky to get field passes.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I get to get out on the field, and so this shot is
a lot better access.
Yeah.
Okay, pull some strings. Now, where'd you go to high school?
I went to both, actually.
Did you get kicked out of one, or you moved?
I went to Roosevelt, got kicked out, and then went to Garfield and got kicked out and finished somewhere else. So
where'd you finish?
Continuation.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's because most people, it's like one, and they're kind of hardcore about it. So.
Yeah, but I'm still like I lean more towards Garfield, and my daughter went to Garfield.
Oh, okay. Once that happens, okay.
But I live in Roosevelt territory.
Oh, okay. Just keep it quiet. Keep it quiet. No, we're not. So is this the 4th Street Bridge? 1st Street Bridge.
This is the 4th Street Bridge. That's SciArc behind her.
Okay.
And this is like a lot of this is family most of the time too. I mean, the ones that I ended up picking. But this is my niece.
Did you shoot this from a car?
No, I was on a bike as well.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Don't fall the equipment. And I'm not thinking of you, and I'm not thinking of the bike. I'm thinking of the camera.
I broke my lens once. I had it on the strap, and it hit the handlebars, and my lens shattered. Yeah.
Ooh. Hence the broken lens series.
Yeah, this was during Ciclavia, so.
Oh, okay, a lot easier.
The streets were empty.
A lot easier. It
was kind of cool. But that's my niece chilling.
Nice.
She knows how to ride a bike.
All right. So do you do prints, and are you in curated shows at all?
I've done. I mean, I do prints. I'm learning all that process too. But I have been in. I've been at VPAM, and I did a couple of. Yeah, VPAM was my first gallery museum show, I guess you call it. And and I'm putting some things together for a gallery show, a pretty good gallery show. So.
Cool. Oh, where can you say you don't want to jinx? Don't jinx it.
I don't want to jinx it.
Okay, I don't want to jinx it.
But I have. Before I go, I should say Grand Park is having a LA portrait series that they're doing starting August 19th through September something. And it's going to be an outdoor photo exhibition. It's going to be projected onto one of the buildings out there. So it's going to be a huge nighttime thing. But real quick, this too, this is a Hollywood and Highland station. So so you have like the rotating exhibits there. Wow, this
great.
This is up right now at Hollywood and Highland.
Oh,
and it's going to rotate to different stations.
Okay.
For
and
3 years.
That's red line, purple line?
That's current right now. That's red line.
Red line. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so going from North Hollywood to downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And this is Hollywood Highland, you said? Or?
That one is at Hollywood and Highland right now, but it's about to move somewhere else. I don't know where.
So they rotate, and then they rotate you within the metro.
Yeah.
So okay.
For 3 years.
That's cool because most people get off on one station, and if they use it all the time, they're the same station. So they're never going to see your art if they never get off at that station. So by moving it, good idea.
5 different artists, 5 different stations, and they rotate over a period of 3 years.
Wow, Metro's thinking for once. Yeah. Wow, geez. Now, if they could just do something about those bus prices,
Yeah.
So, hey, Raphael, thank you so much for being on Modern Art Blitz. And we've got 2 more guests. We'll be back right after this.